Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get to know me video, the new YouTuber tag video. So it should be kind of fun. Hopefully you'll get to know a little bit more about me and my channel and why I started a YouTube channel. This tag was started by Jessica Giffin. She's another fairly new YouTuber. Her channel is doing really well though, but she's a lifestyle mom channel. She's trying to conceive her second baby right now. She's a real sweetheart, so if you haven't already checked out her channel, go and check her out. But these questions came from her, and it's just a way for all of us new YouTubers to get to know each other better and hopefully support each other and help our channels grow. So let's get into it. There's 13 questions and I've got them written down, so I'll try not to be looking down too much, but I do have them down here. Let's see. Question number 1. Are you married? Do you have kids? Do you have pets? So just kind of a little bit about you. I am married. My husband and I, we've been married for 10 years. His name's Nathan. We have 4 kids. Our oldest is Nora. She is 7.5 years old. And then we have Dane, our oldest boy. He is almost 5. He'll be 5 next week, actually. And then the little pistol in our family is Warren, and he's 3. And our newest little one is Avalie. And sometimes we call her Avi, so you might hear those interchanged on my channel, but she is almost 6 months, so got a young crowd, and they're a lot of fun. They do keep us busy though, that's for sure. Question number 2, where do you live? Right now we're living in Louisiana, but we're from Washington State, north of Seattle, so way north. And then we've actually lived, my husband and I have lived in Kansas and Montana as well, so been kind of all over the place for a little while now, but right now we're in Louisiana and we're liking it so far. It's a good place, other than summertime. The heat and the humidity is pretty intense, but otherwise we're liking it. We're here for his work. Question number 3, are you a working parent or a stay-at-home parent? I am a stay-at-home mom. I homeschool all of our, well, not all of our kids, but we are homeschooling our kids. Eventually we'll be homeschooling all of them. I was homeschooled up until high school, so it's the decision that we've made. It also helps a lot doing this because we've been moving so much. It's just easier not having to be pulling them in and out of school, getting used to new schools, used to, you know, new crowds of people and all that. So the kids have been doing really well with it. So yeah, I'm very busy and I'm home all the time with all of our kids. Question number 4 is 3 interesting facts about you. I can give you 3 facts about me. I don't know how interesting they're going to be though. I don't think I've led a super interesting life. Let's see. So the first one would be, since being married, I have lived in 10 homes and 4 states. And that's only, let's see, in the last 5 years. I mean, not all the homes, but the majority of the homes, and then the 4 states, that's all been in the last 5 years. So my husband and I have been moving quite a bit. He graduated his program, his school program, and we've been on the move ever since then, really. So we're working on finding a spot to settle, but we're not quite there yet. And it's very different living this lifestyle where we've moved so much. It's very different than how I was raised. I was actually I was a home birth, so I was literally born in the same home that I grew up in throughout my entire life until I was 19, and I moved out with a friend of mine. She and I were roommates for about a year, I think it was, and then I got married. I got married at 20, so it's very different than how I was raised, but hopefully we'll be settling soon. Fact number 2, oh gosh, let's see. I grew up on, I guess you would call it a hobby farm. We raised our own animals because we were a homeschool family growing up. It was educational and it was a lot of fun. It was the lifestyle that my dad really wanted. He wanted property and privacy, so it just worked really well to have animals. So I grew up with all sorts of animals. We did raise them to eat as well. So we had cows and pigs and sheep and goats and chickens and ducks, and there's a horse there now, and lots of different animals. So it was a fun way to grow up. it's expensive for sure. That's an expensive way to raise your family. A lot of money goes into the property and into the animals, but it was a really, really fun way to grow up, and definitely worth it because it was very educational and broadened our world quite a bit. So it was fun. Let's see. Number 3. I play piano. I haven't kept up on it since having, kids. It's hard to keep up on musical instruments. Whenever I sit down to play, we do have a piano, but whenever I sit down to play, there's usually a child right there who wants to play with me, and that's challenging. And then it's either that or someone's asleep, which is usually the case right now. Someone's always sleeping. So hopefully as the kids get a little bit older, I'll be able to get back into it. I do want to get back into it and bring my skills back up. And I took lessons for 9 years. I wasn't one of those kids that enjoyed practicing, so I never got as good as I could have gotten given how long I took lessons, but I do really enjoy it, and I wish that I had, been a little more committed to it growing up, but hopefully I'll get back into it, and then my skills will get back up. Question number 5, what is your home decor style? This was a rough one for me. I had to sit down and think about this because since we've been moving so much, I haven't really worried too much about decorating our home. It's sort of been like, well, whatever. We're going to be moving again in a little while, so why bother? And I have things that I like, but I had to really sit down. I'm like, okay, if I have my own, or when we have our own home, how am I going to decorate it? And I guess I fall into sort of a few different categories. Modern farmhouse chic is probably how I would describe it. I like the farmhouse and the shabby chic style, but not so much to where like your home looks themed. So kind of taking just little bits and pieces from those styles. And then I would say the best way to describe like my ideal setup for a home would be, clean, not a lot of clutter, bright, lots of bright neutrals, whites and grays, clean lines, and lots of windows, tons of natural light. I love natural light, love big windows. So it's probably the best way to describe it. Where do you buy your home decor stuff from? Well, when that day comes, I would say definitely my favorite spot to shop for right now for home stuff, as far as like seasonal decor, is Hobby Lobby, and Wayfair is another really good one, and Home Goods. Those are probably my top ones. Target's been, coming out with some good things here and there as well, but those are probably my top ones. And hopefully in this next year and a half or so, we will be settled. We're working on that. My husband and I have a goal that we're working towards, and hopefully before too long, we're going to be settled and not moving again anytime soon. Number 6, what are your favorite YouTube videos to watch? So what kind of videos do you like watching? Being a mom, I definitely like watching other moms' routines, whatever that might be, homeschool routines, sleep routines, whatever, it gives you ideas as far as being a mom, different ways to handle situations, different ways to organize your life. So I enjoy those. Vlogs are a lot of fun after you get to know people. It is a lot of fun to just see people in their natural element and watch them interact. So those are entertaining. Organization videos. I'm a type A personality. I love, a clean home, an organized home, but I wouldn't say that I'm super skilled at it. So organization videos are great. I love them. They give me tons and tons of ideas. And then being, again, a homeschool family, you need organization in your life. So I definitely enjoy watching those. And then hauls, product hauls. It just brings, new products to your mind that maybe you wouldn't have thought about. And it gives you something to, maybe I can apply this in my life in this way, or I could use this in that way. And so hauls are a lot of fun. Number 7, did any YouTubers inspire you to start your own channel? I would say yes. I only recently got into YouTube. I started watching it when I was pregnant with our second child. So that would have been like 6 years ago or so, but I didn't keep up on watching it. When I was doing that, our oldest was a C-section birth, and then I was wanting to do a VBAC, vaginal birth after cesarean. So I was doing a lot of research on YouTube about like how to hopefully have a successful outcome with that, which we did. So that was probably when I started watching YouTube, but then, you know, I got busy with the kids, we moved out of state, and I just stopped watching. And then I'd watch things here and there, or I would do like exercise videos off and on, but never really got into it until this past year when we were pregnant with our last. And I began watching other moms, just their pregnancy update videos, you know, diaper, what's in my diaper bag, but nursery decoration ideas. This was our last baby, so I kind of wanted to step up the game a little bit as far as giving her, you know, a nursery that I was going to enjoy being in, and you know, kind of go a little more froofy on some things. So I started watching, let's see, Aaryn Williams was definitely the one that caught my attention first. She's a lot of fun. She's got two little girls, and they're young. She had them close together, Skyla and Adeline. Adeline is just a couple of months older than our youngest, Avalie. So she had just had Adeline, and I was still at the end of my pregnancy with Abby. So I began watching her diaper bag videos and just her pregnancy updates, nursery, you know, how everything was decorated and all that. And then, of course, her birth with Adeline. That was a lot of fun to watch. And then they moved, which I can definitely relate to, moving with young kids. So that was kind of fun following them from, I think they moved from Georgia to Texas. And that was neat to just follow them through that journey. Her last name is Williams. My maiden name was Williams, so I can relate to her on that as well. And she's just a lot of fun to watch. She's a big YouTuber, so you probably know who she is. But if not, I'll link her channel in the description. But she's just fun to watch, and she's really, really real. And it's just really refreshing to not feel, you know, like you're in it by yourself when you stay home with kids. And I just get a lot of enjoyment out of watching her and her little girls. So she's probably the one, I would say, because I did start to feel a connection to her, and I was like, you know, that's kind of interesting. This is someone that I don't even know, but I'm starting to feel like I can relate to them, and there's a connection there, and I'm sort of a bond is forming, and I want to go back and watch more and learn more about her and her family and all that. So she definitely put the idea in my head, I would say. The other ones, let's see, I'm going to kind of go off on that as far as like which ones do I love to watch. Love Meg is another one that I really enjoy watching. She is great for cleaning and organization tips. And then who else? Oh, Ashley Williams. Something about the name Williams. It just catches my attention, I guess. Her channel is called Grace and Grit. She's another homeschool mom. She homeschools her 4 kids as well. They aren't quite as young as my kids, but you know, they're still young. And she is a personal trainer. So she's also into the fitness side of things, which is something that I'm very passionate about as far as finding time for myself and my health and exercising. But then I've also got my kids with me all the time, which adds a whole other level of difficulty when you're trying to fit that into your life. And she is able to do it. So it's a lot of fun being able to relate to her in so many ways as well. They're a Christian homeschool family, and she manages to do the health and wellness thing and the fitness thing while having all of her kids in her life all the time. So I enjoy her channel as well. Question number 8 is, why did you start your own channel? There are a few different layers to this. I would say I am definitely, being a stay-at-home mom, being a homeschool mom, pretty isolated in my life, especially right now with how young our kids are. Everybody's, you know, there's always one napping, or you can't be out a whole ton with little kids. They get overwhelmed. You know, they need their time. They need their space to come home and decompress. So you're very locked down in a lot of ways, and you're very isolated. So it was attractive for me as far as like, it's hard for me to make friends and maintain friendships when I have all of my children with me all the time. And then now we're reaching the point where Nora, you know, kids that are normally her age are in school. So it's hard to go out, and she doesn't, you know, have very many people to play with, very many kids to play with. So I was hoping that it would maybe be a way to create a community and just feel that support, not quite feel so isolated and all that. So that was part of it. The other part was because we haven't lived at home with extended family for quite a while, I was starting to feel the distance as far as all of our family, sorry, I've got a hair, all of our family, their life changes that we haven't been a part of. We've missed some big ones, and then they're missing stuff from us as well. And then, of course, the more kids we've had, the less and less people have gotten to know our kids. So I was hoping that maybe this is a way that our family won't feel that distance from our family. Our extended family won't feel the distance from our little family quite as much. So like when we go back on visits and stuff, it's not going to feel quite so weird, and they'll have kept up on us on more of a regular basis. So that was part of it. I needed something, a creative outlet, a hobby. I've got the fitness thing, but that's kind of it. Like I said, the piano thing is tough to do right now with just the ages that our kids are at. So this is giving me something to be creative with. It's kind of an outlet, a hobby. I really enjoy the editing part of it, actually. So that was another portion of it, is just something for me, something to document our family, which is huge, but also it just gives me something to do while I'm, I hate to say it, but stuck at home with the kids. So those are my reasons. Let's see. Did you have any fears about starting your channel? I wouldn't say that I had any fears as far as putting ourselves out there. It was more, can I commit to this enough to make it worth it? I mean, I would love to see my channel grow and create a community on here and get engagement with people and support with people and really really meet people and learn about them and their families and how they make it work as far as whatever, wherever their lifestyle is. But I was worried about the time commitment for sure. Just, everybody's really busy, and it did seem a little bit daunting to be doing this all the time. So I would say that's probably my only fear, but I haven't found it to be too difficult yet. So far it's not too bad. Were your friends and family supportive of you starting your channel? Yes. My family is definitely very supportive. I actually have other family members who have little baby YouTube channels as well. My younger sister and her husband are documenting their home remodel. Their channel is called This Is Our Home. So if you want some remodel tips, they're doing a ton of stuff, demolition and everything. So I'll link their channel in the description if you want to follow their journey. They're fun. They've got a couple little kids that they're working around as well. And then my mom has a food blog, Homemade Food Junkie, and she's the blog. If you watched any of my keto recipe videos, she and I are working together with those videos. So I've linked her channel in my other videos, and I'll link it below as well. But she has tons and tons of different recipes on her blog as well, and then she's got a YouTube channel. So they were really supportive of me starting it. My husband supports it. He understands how hard it is for me to be home with the kids, and I've been doing it for years and how isolated I am. So he was like, yeah, do your thing. That's, he's fine with it. Friends, I think I have friends from way back, years back in Washington and here and there. And I think they watch it here and there, but I haven't heard, too much feedback other than just with my family. But the feedback I've gotten is very supportive. So I definitely appreciate that. What is your channel about? So probably just the keywords that are on my banner. I would say homeschool, lifestyle, and just general motherhood. It's been hard to narrow it down even more than that, because there are a lot of different layers to our family that I do want to share and, have be a part of this channel. So that's kind of the most descriptive I can get about it. As far as the recipes that I've been doing, it's just I'm following keto. So I thought maybe it would be an encouragement and a resource for perhaps other moms who want to follow the low carb or keto lifestyle and maybe get some recipe ideas from what I'm sharing. But otherwise, it's just basically homeschool and motherhood and lifestyle and all the changes that we're going to be going through, because there will be quite a few changes in our life coming up. There already have been a lot. What are you filming and editing with? So right now I'm just filming with my iPhone 6, and it's, not ideal. It's definitely not the best quality. I will be getting a camera to be filming with. We just didn't want to prioritize it in the budget quite yet. Again, we've got a big family and we've got some changes coming up. So we had some other financial things that we wanted to prioritize first, but I will be getting a better camera because this has been working fine, but it is challenging. And then right now I'm just editing an iMovie, and it's working. I'll probably change eventually, but right now it's doing what I need it to do. So getting by. Number 13, what are your goals for your channel? Probably just what I've talked about as far as, you know, I'd love to create a community. I'd love to make friends on here, just to have a place to connect with other moms who understand. That was the biggest shock, I would say, that I ran into when I became a mom, is it's really hard to relate to other people who aren't also parents. Or if you don't have kids yourself, it's really hard to relate to people who now have kids. Just their lives are so busy. They're so wrapped up in their kids. And before you know it, there's a pretty big gap there. So to create a community is probably the biggest goal that I have. It's an outlet for me creatively, and that's great. That's another goal that I had with starting this, was just that it would be a good hobby for me. But otherwise, I would say just having that connection, because right now it's really hard for me to get out and have anything that's my own. And it'd be great if that could, you know, hopefully grow from this channel. My world will kind of broaden a little bit. So I mean, that's all the questions. I think that's it as far as what I can think of to kind of just give you guys a glimpse into this. It's getting to be a little bit long. Sorry, kind of got a little rambly there. But definitely let me know, comment below if you have a channel. If you're a new YouTuber, I'd love to connect with you guys. Thank you for watching. Hi, buddy. Thank you for watching my channel, and for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for supporting my channel, and I'll see you with the next video.